Welcome to the Real Entrepreneur Show.
Yay! With Patty Pokerchuk, small biz sales coach. I help grow your business.
And I'm Kathy Barthel, also known as Bratty Kathy from Take on the World, and I help you get your story and your voice and all that out there in a huge way.
Whoa.
And today...
Yes. So last episode we covered the terrifying topic of picking up the phone and calling people and how to open the call. And today, the next terrifying topic that we're going to handle is objection handling. And you might be getting objections and you don't even know what they're like.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example. For example.
Yes.
When somebody says to you, that sounds really great, but I don't have any money. It's not in the budget. I don't have time.
Yeah.
What they're really saying to you is that they don't see the value. People will always find the money and time if they see the value. There's a return on investment.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what you do in that case is when you say, okay, it's not in your budget. When do you think it might be in your budget? Ask them questions. What could you ask them?
Yeah, wouldn't it also be around things like... is there something that I haven't explained? Is there a question you've got about this? Because it's digging down, as you say, oftentimes it's usually nothing about the money, right? You just haven't shown them the value of what you offer.
Yeah.
So I think they're kind of aren't they looking for some reassurance?
That's right. It might be about guarantees or just like they haven't put it in their plan. But if you say the payback is really short on this investment, we can show results within a month. And you can maybe, double your investment very quickly.
Or even just getting off of the money topic itself. Wouldn't it be about, because if I'm talking to somebody and they are having a hard time maybe warming up to the idea, then I literally will ask them, and it's probably my journalism, interviewing thing. I will hear that and I will say, is there something bothering you? Is there something that you're not sure about? I'm not, and then usually they will say, yeah, you know what? I'm just not sure about X or Y. And then you can rather than talking about the price point, right?
Yeah,
or the value, it's about showing, I would say, rather than telling, right?
Yeah.
The value.
Well, sometimes it might be they're not clear about the process. How does this work? It's, confused people never buy.
Right.
So maybe you've confused them somehow as that you're explaining too much.
I was just going to say, you might be getting into process too soon, and they don't even really need process, because I know when I talk to clients about writing or editing, they don't want to really know until you're into the situation and they've, made the deposit and you're about to work together. Then it's like, how does this work, Kathy?
Exactly.
But they don't really care. I always say that to clients with their web copy. You don't want to explain your process on your website, and then I do this and then I do that. No.
Right? It's the outcomes. It's always about the outcomes. And it's like, how do you get there? And are there guarantees? And who else have you worked with? So they need reassurance. So it's asking, what makes you hesitate? That's the thing. Yeah. But we were going to do some role playing, weren't we?
Yes, because we are both big fans of improv. So I also moderate panels, business panels. So we're going to do a little role play where I get an objection from
the event planner that she's trying to convince that we need to have why should I have a paid moderator? Because I can get them for free.
Yeah. You've all seen that, right? You have a moderator up there and they are terrible.
Yeah, especially if you're a speaker. I can get free speakers and, they can bore the pants off of anybody.
Yes, or somebody in the
corporation. Why would I pay for somebody to get bored?
Yeah.
So Kathy, tell me why I should pay for a moderator.
Well, you know what? I would say it's not so much about whether you pay or not. It's about the fact that most panels are a situation where, people think, oh, the panel's on, it's 3 p.m. This is my opportunity to get on the highway and get home before the traffic, because panels are boring, right? You don't want a boring panel. People aren't going to want to come to your event.
Okay.
Do you want half of the room to leave? I actually was at a conference last year, and when it got to the panel, started around 3 o'clock, literally I looked around and half the room left.
That's pretty devastating.
I would think that would be bad, and I have seen that, and I'll bet you if you were being honest with me.
Yeah.
You've been at those panels, and you've had it go through your head. I wonder how the traffic is. Man, I could get out of here before everybody's going to be in the parking garage.
Actually, I hate panels, to be honest. I really do. And I've worked with you on a couple of panels. I've seen you in action, and there's nothing like being on one of your panels because of your journalist background. Now, if I was I'm switching personalities here. I'm becoming Patty, the coach.
Yes.
Is what when I as the event planner, if I say, so why should I pay you?
Yeah.
You just need to be really short and succinct of, those conferences that have panels and half the audience comes, gets up and leaves because panels are boring. Mm-hmm. The moderator, for example, we were both at an event, and the moderator was all about him, and he wasn't prepped at all.
No.
And that's the one thing with Kathy is that she preps, she interviews, you do
Don't
so
even
much.
get me started.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is going to be a whole episode on panels. And I'd be happy to talk to you about panels.
But let's get back to handling objections. So let's get back. So I'm the event planner, the conference organizer. So Kathy, tell me, why should I pay for your services?
Well, you've probably had the experience where you've been at a panel and it really is awful. And when you hear there's a panel on the program, usually happens about later in the afternoon, maybe 3 o'clock, you're thinking, you know what, panels usually suck. So I'm going to see, I can get home early.
Yeah.
I could cut out of here early. Haven't you had that experience?
Of course I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess the follow-on question is, at your conference, do you want half your audience to leave when the panel starts?
Yeah, exactly. So
that's your question, and then you shut up.
So when you ask the question again.
All right, so Kathy, why should I pay for a moderator when I can get them for free?
Well, I would just ask you, at your next event, would you like half of the audience to leave as soon as the panel starts?
Of course not.
Well, I think you and I both have had that experience. I was at one last year, and literally half the room cleared out as soon as the panel happened.
Well, you're really nailing this objection, because I'm like, yeah.
Those are potential clients. Those are maybe your if it's a corporate thing, those are your people that work there.
Yeah.
What
and then
kind of value
there's no people to network at the end of my conference. I don't want that happening.
And you've got people selling books and stuff at the back of the room.
I know.
And half of those people are gone.
That's horrible.
That's what happens.
So back in the coach mode is what Kathy did is she uncovered a hidden fear that I, as the event organizer, had. About, I want this to be an amazing success. I want people to be right to the bitter end. I want them there raving about, that panel was amazing.
Yeah.
And it's just like I learned so much and the people were dynamic and, God, they held my interest.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's another notch. It's just like having a brilliant keynote speaker. A moderator is that important.
Yeah.
But besides that, did you notice how she... In this coaching is how she found asked the question or answered the question to my satisfaction. So I'm like, yeah, how can I hire you now? Mm-hmm. So when you get so tell me, why should I use you? You be prepared. And that's something you practice with.
Yeah.
Because there's no shortcut. Yeah. You need to practice that, and we just, as we did a fake thing here, a role play, is you saw how Kathy got better and better and more concise and more concise. So the more often you have those conversations and you're prepped, because that's going to come up. Yeah. So have a list of most common objections, why you're so expensive, why this, and have a good retort.
Yeah, because it comes from the same thing when I talk to clients about copy or any of this in your business. You got to know your client. And that's knowing their pains and so on, and as Patty says, their objections.
And knowing your advantage.
Yes.
Of why are you charging what I can get for free.
Exactly.
But you get what you pay for.
So,
objections. They're not evil. They're a sign of interest. That's the other thing is to, because if they really wanted to say no, they would say no. But they're saying, well, why should I pay for that? Because you're educating. So
they want to be convinced, don't they?
That's right.
Right? If they're in that call with you, they want to be convinced. Maybe this person's going to do it for me.
If you're curious at all to make your conference a really bang up event that people talk about and stay to the bitter end, is that
it's not bitter, Patty.
It's not bitter. It's to the best end. To
that fabulous crescendo.
I know.
Like music.
And the thing is, you're educating people. You're not selling to them. You're educating, because until I work with Kathy, I was part of that boring panelist and
that was your expectation,
moderator,
right?
I've seen moderators and panels was like on my evil list, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
she's
again,
a great panelist.
So again, objections, sign of interest, make sure, and that's something you can be prepared for. So think about the top 3 things. Again, ask, make the calls, find out what the top 3 are, get prepped. So that's why practice.
Yeah, practice. Get a buddy, another business owner, or a good friend, and just have this fun improv. It's fun.
It's part of that muscle memory. The words have to come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So that's why role
playing.
playing
can't sound rehearsed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It
So
has to
do
be
it
natural.
in this instance and rehearse, but
And
then
do
when
it
you
again,
do it,
and do it again, and do it again, and do
Yes.
it 10 times in a safe environment, and you're going to be golden.
Exactly.
So the next time it happens, you go, oh, so you're going to be my moderator.
Yay! I'm so glad I met you.
Me too. Now I know why.
Yeah.
So till next time.
See you then.
Bye.
Ciao.